beautiful people, welcome back to Genie's Signatures. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Yeah, please click on that subscribe button and the notification bell. You see a red thing like a bell. Please click on it so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video. And then please kindly share this video because it's gonna be helpful to lots of people. So for today, I'm going to start with the basics of that is the measurement, how to take a proper measurement before sewing. Because I have lots of beginner-friendly tutorials that I'm going to be dishing out. So please just sit back, relax, and enjoy it as it comes. So for today, I'm going to talk about the body measurements, how to get the accurate body measurement, because it's what you measure is what you cut, and what you cut is what you sew. So for today, we are going to start with having some tools. You need to have your measuring tape, and on that measuring tape we have different numbers there. We have from number 1 to 60, and they come in inches. The other side of the tape comes in I think centimeters, and there are some lines in between the measuring tape that is very important, because when you're taking a measurement, all those lines, you don't have to ignore them. You need to know them. We have the one that is a quarter, we have the one that is 3/4, we have the one that is half inch. So sometimes when you take a measurement and the measurement goes by 1/4, please let it be 1/4, because adding another 1/4 to it makes it 1.5 inches. So we have different types of body parts that we can measure. We can measure the eye bust circumference, that is the one above your bust. We can do the distance between the bust points, which is also known as the nipple to nipple or the bust span measurement. Then we can do that of the distance from shoulder to the bust point, that is what we call bust line. Some people call it bust line. Then we have the one that we do from the shoulder to under the bust, that is called under bust measurement. We have the waist circumference, that is where we call, some of us call, half length. And then we have the hip circumference, that is below your that is directly on your hip line. Everybody knows where the hip is on the body part. Then we have crotch depth. Then we have the full length of the measurement. We have armhole measurement. We have sleeve length measurement. We have round sleeve. We have waist to hip. That is where you determine where the person's hip is. Then we have the sleeve length. Yeah. Then what again? We have so many other different types of measurements. But for today's tutorial, we have the back width, yeah. Then we have the back length, then the shoulder length, yeah. That is very important. So for today, I'm going to start with the eye bust measurement. That is the upper bust measurement. How do you achieve that upper bust measurement? So to do that, you fit the tape, that is your measuring tape. Fit the tape measure under the arms and wrap it evenly across the widest part of the back and above the full bust. Just ask your student to relax and breathe. Don't be stiff, just relax your body. Then you take that measurement. Whatever you see on the tape, then you measure, you write it down. Then we go to the second part, which is the full bust. Without pulling the tape too tight, measure over the fullest part of the bust. Check to make sure the tape is straight and parallel to the floor. Yeah, but note, if the full bust measurement is more than 2 inches larger than the eye bust, use the eye bust measurement as the bust measurement when selecting your size. I hope you get that. Yeah. So the next thing to do, the next measurement, is the distance between bust points, which is also known as the nipple to nipple. You just measure the distance between one nipple to the other. We also call it the bust span or the bust span measurement. The next measurement to take is neck to bust point. Measure from the shoulder or the neck point to the bust point that is on top From your shoulder, you place your tape there, then you measure to the bust point, that is on top of the nipple. You get whatever you mark there, then you write it down. That is the shoulder to the bust line, or what we call the bust line measurement. Then from the shoulder again to the under bust measurement. From that same place, you place your measurement tape on the shoulder, then you drag down the tape to under the bust, and that is what you call the under bust measurement. And then we have the waist measurement. The waist measurement, you can achieve this by placing the tape measure over the elastic that you placed on the waistline. You keep one finger into the tape for ease. Just make sure that the tape is parallel to the floor. That finger you place inside the tape is to ensure that the waistline is not that tight for the person, so that even when the person with the tape, with the elastic tape already on the waist, the finger inside it will make it easier for you to get the accurate measurement. And then we'll go over to the hip measurement. From that waist where the elastic band was placed, you can place your tape, then you bring it down to where the hip measurement, that is to show you that is the waist to hip measurement. And on that place that you measured, you can now get your hip circumference. Whatever you get, that is your hip circumference.